Alrighty guys, it's currently Friday, 11:40 in the morning. We're picking up 2 orders now from Chipotle. Both of them paying about $6 each, maybe about 3 to 4 miles at the most for both. So we're gonna go get those picked up. Alrighty guys, it's been a few days since I've recorded a video. The main reason why is because the DoorDash app has been completely garbage, at least in my area, meaning that I'm not getting notifications. What else is going on? It keeps ending your dash randomly without really telling you. So yeah, it's been like that for the last few days. So it's basically made it impossible for me to record something that was coherent and that actually made sense once it was edited. So yeah, I know you guys have a big glare in your screen and probably can't see anything, but it's not gonna last that long. But anyhow, so yeah, I mean, we've had it's been okay the last few days. Hopefully today, today's pretty slow. I'm not entirely sure why. The weather's perfect though, super nice outside. Like, you know, it's like in the mid-60s kind of thing. So maybe that's why people are eating out more. I'm not entirely sure again. But yeah, we're gonna try and grind and make it through, cause yeah, I couldn't stand sitting in this car very much longer. I was just there declining stuff. So as soon as I saw 625 for like 2.5 miles, I go ahead and took it. So yeah, we'll see you guys drop off. We dropped off just 2 Chipotle orders. Now we just finished dropping off our latest order from GrubHub, showing almost a $17 payout. I didn't get a chance to record any of it because my dumbass thought it was recording, and then I realized it wasn't. But here we are. It's currently 12:50. We're making our way back to the town center, and hopefully we just get more orders. Alrighty guys, so we got our next order picked up here from the bento house. 9 items, 6.25 payout, and I believe it was maybe like about 2 miles or so. Slacking on my screenshots. It's kind of hard to get back into the groove of things, but don't worry, I'll get it better as the video goes along. I really hope so. But yeah, I mean, things I've noticed in DoorDash recently for total wine orders or alcohol orders, the screen is different. It's a lot easier. So if you've done one before, you know you have to scan their ID and whatnot. Now you don't have to do that. Now it'll basically show you a picture of their ID, but everything's blurred out, like their address, all that stuff. You can only see their picture and the date of birth, and then you kind of just quickly look at their ID real quick, and then that's basically it. Which I think it's a lot easier now, because you know, especially people that have like military IDs or like out-of-state IDs, sometimes they don't scan, but this makes it a lot easier. So yeah, I mean, total wine has been okay lately. A couple of good orders, a couple of bad ones, but you know, can't complain. So today, I mean, we're having a really slow lunch, and I know that I started late, but even then, it's not what I thought it would be, you know. But anyways, I'll see you guys at the drop. Quick thing I should tell you about is yesterday when I was doing a delivery, right? I had to go into this building that you need a code to get in. I get to the person's door, I knock on the door because it was a hand-to-me order. I knock on the door, they say, hey, it's cool, just leave it at the door. So I said, okay, cool. So I took, I sent them a text. I always send them a text saying, hey, yours been delivered to do like non-contact delivery, blah, 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 enjoy, you know. And then like 5 minutes later, I get a text. We never got our food. You know, she's blowing my phone, calling me. I have other orders. I'm not gonna take the call. When I get a second, I text her back and I say, hey, I went to the delivery address that was on file or on the app. I used the code that you told me to get into on the app. So how could I possibly get into this building without this code if I didn't go to the right building? And then I knocked on the door, and then someone said to leave it at the door, and that's what I did. She was like, no, I dropped it off in the wrong house. So again, I told her, I was like, Lydia, I told her, I don't want to argue with you. I'm sorry if somebody took your food from your door, but I had to use a code to get into this building. So how could I possibly go to the wrong building? I really doubt that the code works for all the buildings, you know? So she was like, I'm gonna report you to DoorDash, blah, 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 blah. Dropped off, if I'm not mistaken, which I very much could be, I think we're sitting at about $37 to $38 for the whole dash, just shy of 40. We started at 11, didn't have our first order to 11:40, and it's currently 1:18. So again, not the greatest start. So I'm really hoping that we can at least end with 200 by 7:30, which I think is pretty optimistic at this point, but you never know. So gotta have the good vibes, positive thinking, all that good stuff, because anything else doesn't really help you. You can't worry about things you can't control. I can't control how busy or how not busy my dash currently is. So all I can do is make the best of it. Just picked up our latest order here from Potbelly through GrubHub for a solid $7 and some change, less than a mile. We're gonna go ahead and get that delivered. See you guys in a bit. You guys got the order dropped off on GrubHub. Now, I forgot that my dash ended at 1:30. So it was 11 to 1:30 and then 3 till 7:30, right? I was hoping that I'd be able to get something in between there for DoorDash, which I guess technically is the case. I was able to go back in and dash now, but only until 2:30, and then I have that 15-minute window until about 3. So hopefully we can keep it going and make the best of it. Like I said, so far it's been decent, you know, but not bad. Hopefully between 2 and 5 we can make up some ground, even though that's probably the hardest time to make up ground in, you know. But I'll see you guys in the next one. After a few minutes of waiting, got our order here from Nando's peri-peri chicken, $6.25 I believe, 7 items. I didn't look at the items, I probably should have, but 7 items seems like a lot, especially for Nando's, although granted it could be drinks, it could be sauces. But yeah, I mean, it's better than not doing anything. So I've been just chilling there, not doing anything literally. So I'm gonna go ahead and pray this is ready when I get there, because Nando's is not the quickest, but we'll see when we get there. The order was literally being put up in the shelf as we pulled up to the Nando's, so that was pretty awesome. A lot of drinks though, so I'm not expecting a huge payout here. And it's going to like the old town of the city that I'm currently in right now, which means parking can be kind of an issue. So I'm hoping that it's not. But yeah, about 5 minutes away from the drop off. See you guys there. Alrighty guys, so we got the order dropped off, right? And I was wondering why the order seemed familiar. And it's because it's a business and they put their name of their business as the order. Don't ask me how to pronounce it, I can't even say it. But it's spelled like M-A-U-D-E. So like Maud maybe, I don't know. But anyway, as soon as I'm pulling in, I see this lady standing outside, you know, kind of looking around. So, you know, the telltale signs of, hey, where's my food at? And I thought she was going to be mad because she just looked furious. As soon as I got out, hey, are you waiting for it? And she's like, yeah, we've been waiting for forever. And I was like, oh, wow, really? Like, I just got the order. She's like, no, not for you. Like, we've just been hungry. we're just really hungry. And I was like, oh, okay. So, you know, I was expecting like 10, 12 bucks. Hey, it ended up being $21. So we'll throw that little screenshot for you guys. So, hey, it paid off. Solid $6.25, the DoorDash likes to offer. Isn't that crazy how we're just so completely okay with that DoorDash can lie to you and then you have to be surprised with the big order? But I guess if it's working for them, right? If it's a business model and if it ain't broke, right? Why would they fix it? Because, you know, people are still gonna dash, you know? And I really wonder how many dashes are still on the road from like the OG days, like even before my time. I like to date myself, and when I started dashing, there were $6 minimums, right? So the smallest amount you would get was $6 no matter what. So even if they tipped $1, DoorDash would put in the rest. And then we all kind of know what happened when people, you know, they were using people's tips or whatever, you know. Then it was my favorite time, which I think is the $8.50 time, meaning that when something said $8.50, you knew that was a banger. You knew that was a good order. Obviously, you know, you have to consider certain things like restaurants, the amount of items, all that stuff. But back in the day, $8.50, man, $8.50 was like, okay, you know, there's always gonna be more than $8.50. Then in my area, that became $7. Then $7 became, okay, you know, if it's at 7, it could be more. Now that's rarely the case, sometimes, but now it's $6.25. $6.25 became the new $8.50. So hopefully it doesn't go anything lower than that, because I mean, I feel like $6.25, I think, is a number they saw that people will still take orders. Obviously, I'll take a $6.25 if it's for 2 miles, you know what I mean? But if this order would have shown $6.25 and it would have been 6 miles, I could promise you no one would take it. So I guarantee you DoorDash doesn't even show it like that. I bet you DoorDash shows like $10.75, $11.75, something just enough, just enticing enough that people will take the orders, you know? And I think that's kind of like their whole game. Their whole game is to not show the true payoff, but just enough so that people will take the orders. But then orders like this one, $2.25. Yeah, look, it's super close, right? You probably think, wow, that's a quick $2. Yes, but Panera's slow, and at the same time, it becomes a question of like, do you know your worth time-wise? Because what if you're busy doing this one, and then you missed a big order down the road? You know what I mean? The smallest order that I've ever done was like $5. Nothing lower than that, and that to be like, you know, perfect. Look at this order. I don't know if I want to take this. It's showing. I'll take a screenshot so you guys can see it better. I'm not gonna take it because it's leaving me in Tyson's. Tyson's is a whole other area from where I'm at. Parking's awful, and if it was maybe like $27, maybe I'd take it, but not for 17. I know you're probably thinking like, wow, that's crazy. You're declining such a good order. I mean, it's not in my zone. It's probably gonna take me about an hour and some change, to be honest, just with the driving back and forth. So, to me, that's why I'm not doing it. Guys, I'm not sure how I could forget about, for the brief moment in time when DoorDash actually showed you all the payouts. I honestly don't think it lasted more than 2 weeks before they started messing with it. But for a whole, let's say a month tops, you could see the payoffs. It was like, you know, when people were like, when public opinion was like super like, wow, DoorDash is evil and it took you guys' tips, so could they? And then DoorDash was like, yeah, we're gonna be transparent, we're gonna show you guys everything. And then slowly and slower, you know, little by little, they basically, you know, if anything, they show you even less now, I think. You don't see subtotals anymore. You know what I mean? The only ones that you really see it for is shop and deliver orders. So, I don't know, it just got me thinking of like, for like a brief second in time, DoorDash actually truly showed you everything. And then that slowly went away, you know? But guys, finally got our next order here. I'm not currently dashing because I can't start my shift until 5 minutes from now, but GrubHub sent me a $15 order from Uncle Julio's, about 3 miles. So we're gonna go ahead and get that picked up. Got the order picked up here from Uncle Julio's, about a 10-minute drive from my current location. Man, I'm getting lucky today with all my pickups. As I was walking into the restaurant, bam, food was ready. So see you guys will drop off. Uncle Julio's order dropped off, no issues. Then we picked up a Chipotle order, which I couldn't record because I hadn't realized my phone was in 2%. So let's just say that it basically died. I had to, you know, it's charging now. I plugged it in, so it should be good to go from now on. We're currently sitting for the whole day at a whopping, bam, $88.50, which I think it's not too bad, but it obviously isn't great. So hopefully we can get a few more orders here and be at least at 100 some change by 5. That's definitely a very attainable goal. So I'm hoping that I can do that. But yeah, I mean, it's been alright. It's been kind of like, you know, what's the word? Man, I'm sure that I have a word for that. I'm blanking right now. Steady. It's steady. It's steady. You know, it's not busy. It's not dead. It's steady. You know, so yeah, one more can a guy ask for that started dashing late today. You know, nothing steady. I'll take it. I'll take it. But yeah, so we'll see you guys in a bit. Picked up our next order from the Bento House, showing $16.75 for about 9 miles. It's 14 items, so it's, you know, it could be a pretty big order. I don't really know anything about sushi and stuff like that, so the bag looks tiny, but she said, hey, everything's in there, so we're gonna trust the lady. But yeah, so like I said, it's a little bit further away than I would have liked, about 8.9 miles. But the payout is pretty decent, I think, $16.75. It's more of a cash flow order. I haven't done an order in about 20 minutes, and I don't want to just keep sitting around, so that's why I took it. So hopefully no issues there, and we'll see you guys at drop. Guys, see, this last order I think is an example of when DoorDash truly shows you the full amount when the orders are really far away, because they feel, and I feel, that's probably the only way people will actually take the orders. So this order was showing $16.75, and guess what? It was $16.75, and I knew that out front. You know what I'm saying? Which is the only reason why I took it. You know, I'm pretty sure they probably shopped the order around for like 8, 9, 10, 12, and realized, hey, nobody's taking this order. We have to, you know, do something. And they were like, okay, let's show the full payout. I mean, that's just my guess. I have no proof, you know, but I've noticed that with the orders that go really far away, they tend to do that because I feel like they think it's the only way people truly will take the order. Because no one's gonna come out here and risk the chance of only getting $6.25. You know what I mean? But yeah, so we got that dropped off. Again, it was just $16.75 as shown. So yeah, I mean, not a bad way to have a nice little order for the cash flow. Yeah, it took about 15-20 minutes of our time, but that's nothing. You know, I'd rather do that than sit and not make any money. So we'll see you guys on the next one. Guys, we just got our next order here from GrubHub. It's showing, my bad, sorry. It's showing like what, 14 bucks, 15 bucks? I already forgot, but it's in the screen there for you guys. It's going like about a mile or 2. So it took us a while to find parking. It's pretty packed today. The weather's perfect. Everyone's outside. You know, so luckily we're getting some good orders still. So yeah, see you guys after the drop. Guys, we have our next orders from Uncle Julio. 2-stack orders from DoorDash. So we're gonna go ahead and get those picked up. Alrighty guys, we got the food all picked up here. We're gonna go drop off the first order in the set of stacks. The food was ready. If anything, it gave me vibes that's been sitting there for a while, because the manager was like, finally, about time someone came and picked the food up. So I'm inclined to believe that they probably were shown as really bad offers. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's, you know, nothing crazy. The orders don't seem awfully big either, so even if we just get what's shown, that'll be a quick 12 bucks. So let's go ahead and keep it going. Got both orders delivered. I'll put the payoffs here in the screen for you guys to see. Nothing crazy, relatively small orders. You know, at least the food was ready, so we didn't have to do any extra waiting or anything like that. So now we're gonna make our way back towards the town center and hopefully pick up a couple more good orders. We have about an hour and some change left. Let's keep it going. Guys, so we just picked up another order here. I'll put the screenshot. I'm on my way to the restaurant. I'm really hoping that that 75 part really gives us an edge. I looked at the items. It's one of those big, like, you know, feast for the family type. So I'm hoping that there's a big tip at the end. Who knows? But yeah, let's go get this picked up. We got the food all picked up, but let me tell you, man, it's a pretty hefty box. They didn't give me a bag. You know the order's big when they give you a box. Then you can probably see it in the bag there somewhere. But yeah, it's super heavy and it's super expensive too. So hopefully we have a nice tip. It is going 7 miles away into, like, definitely not even my zone, that's for sure. But yeah, I mean, the GPS gave me 3 different options. All of them seemed like they were kind of going out of their way to make me drive more miles. So I picked the one that had the fewest miles, not by a lot. So instead of being 7.9 miles, I picked the one that was 7.1. So, you know, even if it is a little more scenic, you know, because the other one didn't make sense. It was like, go straight, do you make a right? Like, I was like, what? So anyways, we're gonna go get this delivered. 14 minutes away. We should be back in our zone by around 6:30. Currently 6:03, but we're gonna be there by 6:17. Like I said, then we gotta come back. So I think we can still have another hour and some change of strong dashing / grub hubbing. So yeah, we'll see you guys then. Guys, ended up dropping that order. It had like a $17 tip, or almost 17. The rest was base pay. So I think it was like $21 or $20. It's pretty good, you know, considering, like I said, it was ready. It took me about 15 minutes to drop it off. So all in all, 20 minutes worth of work. I'll take it. Now we're about 10 minutes to get back into our zone. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then yeah, we'll see you guys on the next order. Guys, after a long wait, we finally have another order from Chipotle. Hopefully it's not a last. I think we can do maybe 1 or 2 more real quick. But it's a $6.25 for 2 miles. Let's go get that. So we got the order picked up. We're about 4 minutes away from the drop off. So it's been a pretty mellow dinner. I haven't gotten, like, you know, big orders per se. The ones that I've taken that have been big all kind of went really far away. So it kind of, you know, most of the time was taken out by driving. Luckily, the food's been ready at almost every single restaurant that I've been to today, so I have no complaints in that department. Again, I did start, okay, so I started at 11, so I don't think that's technically late. But our first order didn't come in until 11:40. I think the weather being so nice played a huge factor with how slow lunch was. But if I'm not mistaken, we're doing pretty decent. I think we hit 150 for sure. I'm sure the number's up here, but that's obviously after, you know, I do all the math. But so I think overall it's a decent day, but it just feels really slow, you know, like mellow wise. Like dinner, typically, you know, I get bombarded with trash orders. And don't get me wrong, I still get them, but there's always that one in between and you're like, man, that's a good order. Today, not so much, you know. But like, I don't mind doing small 625s from Chipotle if I can knock them out quick, you know. So I'm gonna try and do maybe 1 or 2 more orders before 7:30. It is already 7 on the dot, so we'll see. But I'll keep you guys posted. Alright, guys, we got the order dropped off. And look at the order DoorDash just tried to send me. At first, I was like, man, $27? That's not too bad. Yeah, the miles are a little high. And then when you look at the order here, I'll point the screen for you. Not only do I have to cross technically 2 states. Okay, technically DC is not a state, but you know what I mean. I would have to go through DC, then go into Maryland to drop off this order, and then go back the same way. That will be like a 2-hour process, even with no traffic, assuming the food is ready. Like, how is that even possible? How can someone be allowed to order a state away, and I get it. There's some places where the state's literally a street away. There is no way you can get to this place in a fast manner because there is a river. You know, that's why you have to go all the way around, which is crazy. So is that a glitch, or do they think that someone's really gonna deliver that food? And the real question is there a dasher that's actually gonna do that order? Because if you think about it, there's probably someone there that's not gonna realize where it's actually going, and then they're gonna be like, whoop, oh well. You know, maybe one of these days we'll do one of those challenges people do, like take every order. Imagine if I did that and I got that order, man, I would be kind of mad, but at the same time, you're making like almost 30 bucks, you know. Anyhow, we're heading back towards the town center. Currently 7:08, so I'm gonna give it about 10 more minutes. Hopefully we can do one more order, and now we'll go ahead and call it a night. We'll see you then. Just picked up what's possibly our last order of the day from GrubHub. Pliables, $80 and some change, 3 miles I think. It's on the screen for you guys. Food was ready, we just got it, we're on the way. Hopefully we can do one more and get as close as we can to 200. The order dropped off, and what I thought was gonna be my last order, it turns out it's not. DoorDash just sent me a stack order. I mean, I hope I took a screenshot. If not, or at least show you guys the payout for sure. But I believe it's going about almost $16 or $17 for about 7 miles. And the restaurants and the destinations are pretty close, like right next to each other almost. So we're gonna go ahead and get those picked up, and then after that we'll definitely calling it a day. Guys, we just dropped off all of our orders. We finished at a solid $195 if I'm not mistaken. I'll throw all the numbers here for you guys. Hey, thanks so much for coming on my dash. Again, it was probably one of the most boring videos I've made, mainly because I didn't take very good screenshots. So it's kind of like me just telling you what I'm doing as opposed to you kind of seeing it with me. Anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Take care.